Oh, that's sad and tragic. Yeah.
Before I left, though, there was one last thing to do. You won't be needing that replacement piece anymore, Countess. I found it with the children. You'll probably want to be alone for a while.
Yeah.
I'll be out in the
save this
garden
game. I
for
haven't saved it in a little while. Back in Nico's apartment.
George,
Who are you?
welcome
What are you doing
back.
back here?
Come in, George. It's good to see you again.
Is it?
Sure. What did you find in Spain?
Without Andre, we wouldn't have got this far, George.
Yeah, I know. The clues led to an underground chamber at the bottom of a well. The Templars had left a tapestry showing a chessboard. The white pieces were vastly outnumbered. There was a stream running across the board, and a Templar knight on a horse.
Nothing.
Does it
Give you an
mean
idea.
anything to you, Andre?
No, nothing.
Maybe we should tell Andre what else you found, George.
There's a map and a Latin inscription to the west at the edge of the world.
George found that in a cave in Syria.
Yeah, where the assassin almost killed me.
Then we have got the burning of Jacques de Molay and the date, 1314.
From the window of the church in Montfaucon Square, one of the few places where nobody tried to kill me.
Then we have the image of a church that George found at the excavation. I don't recall anyone trying to kill you there either, George.
And finally we have the tapestry in Spain. Did I mention I almost got killed there?
Not yet, but I'm sure you're about to.
It was only my cat-like reflexes that saved me from certain death.
Cat-like reflexes, eh?
Yeah.
And while I was risking life and limb, where were you, Andre? Getting your glasses fogged up over an Etruscan vase?
Suppose.
That's enough, boys. Can we get back to saving the world?
He's
Of
done
course.
it.
My apologies.
He started it.
Well, the Latin phrase are the words of Julius Caesar. He was describing the island of Britain.
Are you sure? The map didn't look much like Britain.
How come Caesar described Britain as being at the edge of the world?
To the Romans, the Mediterranean was the center of the universe. Britain was a remote, unfriendly place,
Goddamn right.
inhabited by blue-painted savages.
Goddamn right.
It hasn't changed much,
They've stopped painting
True.
themselves blue.
except when they go to a football match.
They used an extract from a plant called woad, Isetis tinctoria. The Scots were
Fairly
using
recently.
it until fairly recently in the wars with the English.
Fairly recently? I don't recall the Scots being at war with the English. How recently are you talking about?
I believe William Wallace's men used it in the 13th century. They might well have been using it as late as
You can't remember, can you?
1314.
Ah, we're back onto that, are we?
Andre, what is it? What do you mean?
1314
Yeah?
in Scotland. The Battle of Bannockburn.
That would explain the stream on the chessboard. That's what a burn is. Right, Andre? As in Bannockburn?
Right, George. And it gets better. Tradition has it that the Scots were helped
Guess.
by a shock force of,
What?
well, can't you guess?
Knights Templar?
Yes, a group of outlawed Templars. They are said to have turned the tide for the Scots.
And it all ends at a church in the Isle of Britain at
Let's go.
Bannockburn in a church.
What are we waiting for? I'll call a cab.
I can't go.
Andre, you've been loads of help, but
What George is trying to say is that you shouldn't
Yeah.
feel guilty.
Let's get on a
was.
plane and
We
get to Britain.
understand you've got commitments.
Let's go.
Oh, listen, we have to hurry. Let's go, George.
we'll see it through.
No, don't worry about
Oh,
us.
and don't worry
Next
about
morning.
us.
We in Scotland. How come everything always ends in Scotland? Hello. That's Khan.
Pardon me. She must be deaf.
Yes, my dear.
Do you know what time we're due in Stirling?
6:45. But we're
Terrible
running
Scottish accent.
8 minutes late.
Do you know what this is?
Yes, I do. A young friend of mine
It's
shook
gone.
my
I can see
hand
the
with
fucking
one
scar.
just the other day.
Yeah? Well, that's outrageous. He should be shot.
Perhaps. Still, his intentions were
It's
good.
gone. I can
I'm
clearly
sorry that
see.
you've been zapped by one of these things.
You shouldn't be.
Let's save. It won't let me save. Okay. It's clearly can. I'm not going to show
Pardon
you
me?
any of that
Yes,
because
dear.
you're Khan.
Does the name Merlin mean anything to you?
Merlin, a master of illusions. Oh, you said Merlin? Then no, nothing.
Would you believe that this clown's nose led us to being on this train tonight?
I would indeed.
No, honestly. You would?
I don't want to leave the
Certainly.
cabin because
You have an honest face.
Yep. That's a nose with a history, all right.
So you said.
I know you're Khan. I know you're Khan. If I go, you're going to capture Nicole. But you won't let me do anything about it. You're Khan. You're the Nashashin.
Where are you going, George?
Do I need to spell it out?
Don't snap at me. If you're going to take a leak, why don't you say so?
Maybe not.
Okay, I'm going to take a leak. L-E-A-K.
Tickets, please.
Oh, hi.
That's a standard full-price peak return. Don't you have a senior citizen's rail card?
I rarely travel by train. My ticket is perfectly valid, is it not?
Well, yeah, but you could have saved up to a third of the cost.
I do not need to indulge in puffling thriftiness.
Because it's Khan!
Blimey, you're a funny old bird and no mistake. Tickets, please, sir.
Here.
Off to Stirling, eh?
Yes, we are.
Well, I hope you won't be
I
disappointed.
could probably get to my
It's
car
a
like in a half
miserable
hour,
place
to be honest
this
with
time
you.
of year. Still, there's plenty of pubs and a lovely view
I'm going to have to
from
go
the
visit
castle.
Stirling Castle after
Thank
this
you.
now.
I don't want to worry you, but there was something...
Oh my god, that's the doctor!
Guy.
Are you sure? You're tired. Perhaps you're mistaken.
Maybe.
That's
But I
the
didn't like the
bloody
look in his
doctor
eyes when he
that
spoke to
killed.
you.
Oh my god. That's the doctor that killed. Oh, he's. Oh my god, the guy pretending to be doctor who did the murdering in the hospital. No, I don't talk to you any
Pardon
about
me?
that. Because I
Yes,
know.
dear.
I don't want to tell you anything.
Can't you sit still, George?
I need to go to the John.
While you're there, check out the buffet cart, George. Unthinkable though it
You're in
is,
Scotland. Eat
I
some
am
haggis,
hungry
love.
enough to eat English food.
Okay.
One munchie box. Did they have munchie boxes back when this was meant to be? Hey.
Hi. Having a party?
No, this is British. Come on, join us, man. Go away, Basha. Wake up, man. What's company?
His breath was like the output of a chemical factory.
Excuse my mate, he's taking a nap. Sleeping like a bobby. I'll wake him up when we get to Newcastle.
We passed through Newcastle half an hour ago.
And I never noticed.
What is that stuff you're drinking? It smells like gasoline.
Right, I'll put hairs in your chest, like.
And your eyeballs too, by the looks of you. Have you ever seen this man before?
Aye, man, he's chalky white and I claim my 10 quid, like.
No, he's an international assassin, and he goes by the name Khan.
Well, aye, man, but I was close, you know.
See you later. I didn't want to wake
You
him,
could've
to be
waken him up.
frank. Without a cold water hose,
Didn't open that window, pal.
why not?
It's freezing out there.
You're still not in. Nothing in here. So let me go that way. So okay, so we've got to go that way. Okay. I don't think characters are actually used like this when this, but hey. No.
Oh, no. That gangster creep from the hotel. Guido. Well, he didn't scare me. Hey, Buster. This is a no-smoking car. Okay, maybe he did scare me. It got worse. I suddenly realized who the conductor had reminded me of. Eklund, Marquet's murderer. The door was locked. The door was locked. I really didn't want to shoot the breeze with this guy.
Shock horror, they're gone.
I should have known better than to leave Nico and the old lady alone. Suddenly, the Sword of Baphomet took second place to finding the girl I loved. Hey, buddy. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, I have lost her.
Compartment?
No, Paul, I've driven. Have you lost her, like?
She's disappeared. The old lady, too. I think they're in trouble.
Oh, wait, man. An old lady, too?
Yeah. You gotta help me.
Maybe they went to the
Pairs,
toilet.
I don't think so.
You never go on their own. Always in pairs, you know.
No, she's been abducted. I'm sure. I've got to go look for her.
What's stopping you, pal?
The conductor.
Yeah.
He's not what he seems.
You want to avoid him, like?
That's about it, yeah.
No problem.
Listen, I need your help.
What's the matter?
There's a guy on this train who's trying to kill me.
Relax, man. You wouldn't try nothing with us in Basharia. We are veterans, like. Slow action at Brightlingsea.
I don't recall the British Army being involved in a conflict in anywhere called Brightlingsea.
Well, you just take it from me, pal. You're in safe hands.
See you later.
Give it to it, pal. Don't jump.
I don't intend to jump. I'm going to climb on top of the train.
You're kidding,
Here
aren't
we
you?
go.
Just watch me.
What? No, that's a bad idea.
Your hand, like.
Hey. Well, that's the sound of a British train. Okay, here we go. So Khan was the old lady, and yep. Do something, George.
Hey!
He can't just been shot.
I'd always wanted to stop the train, and now was my chance. You saved our lives, but why?
We were always on the same side, Stobart. Different causes, but a common enemy.
The Knights Templar?
Don't call them that. The real Templars were a noble foe. These barbarians have no right to that name. These men are no better than dogs.
What are the Neo-Templars after? What is the Sword of Baphomet?
Not what you think, my friend. It is a weapon, yes, but one which our enemies will find difficult to wield. A double-edged sword. A power older than Dimolay, older than Solomon.
We'll stop them. You and me together, and Nico.
No, George. My journey ends soon at the Garden of Paradise.
You're talking in riddles. Can't you tell me straight what they're after?
The sword symbolizes a colossal energy, caused by the alignment of the Earth's natural power fields.
Which are focused at St. Ninian's.
The energy endowed the Templars with the power which made them great.
Okay.
A power which made them charismatic to such an extent they could control the will of all around them.
How did you escape from the Bull's Head?
It is a long walk from the cliff of the Bull to the village Stobart. Fortunately, I know
thank you,
the
good man.
ways of the wilderness.
I wish I'd asked him stuff now.
May Allah guide you to our enemies.
Thanks.
One last thing.
What? What is it?
Oh, well, that's free.
He's dead. Don't worry. I hadn't forgotten about you.
Answer me this instant, George Stobart.
Tire.
I will,
Don't be an ass.
when I'm ready.
That's not fair, George.
No.
You took advantage while my hands were tied.
When Eklund pointed that gun at me, I thought I was
Wow,
gonna die.
George.
I thought of all the things I'd never get to do. And kissing you was at the top of my list.
George,
Uh-huh.
George, we've got to get off the train. Eklund
You
could
can
recover
talk
at
that
any
way, that
time.
way.
So what are we waiting for?
What are you doing?
I'm out of here.
Not that door. Do you want to end up like Flap?
Not especially. What remains of him is well on his way
Okay,
back to
let's go
London.
then.
I hope he was traveling on a return ticket.
Early the next morning. Somewhere in Scotland. Oh. Specifically Stirling Castle.
I'd feel happier if we had a gun or something.
Khan gave me something.
What?
His handbag.
Oh, great. If we run into any killers, we can give them a good buffeting. Didn't he have any
Oh, a
weapons?
handbag of C4.
You don't know the
Great.
half of it. This bag's full of C4.
Wow. Why didn't you say so? Boy, we'll show them now. What's C4?
Plastic, George.
Explosive.
We're going to shop our way to victory?
2 kilos of plastic explosive. The detonator's broken now.
No problem. We'll buy a box of matches somewhere.
It doesn't work that way. It takes a small explosion to start the big explosion.
Well, that's not much use then. What does that sign say?
Apparently, during the English Civil War in the mid-17th century, this place was used as an arms dump.
Yeah? What happened?
Look at the state of this place, George. You work it out.
Oh, stray spark?
You got it. The tower was the only thing to survive the blast.
I hope the explosion didn't destroy the Sword of
Yeah,
Baphomet.
kind of do
Do
though.
you?
Let's go in.
I rather hope it did.
Oh wow, so much to look at. So look at the door.
Above the carved cross was an indecipherable inscription. For all I knew, it could have been scribed in Gaelic. No.
Okay.
The handle turned easily, and the larger wheel began to revolve. Damn! Then the handle came off in my hand.
You know what I gotta do? I just want to mess around a little bit.
I tried pushing the panel, but wasn't surprised when it failed to move. Nico?
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
Committing this inscription to memory.
Can you read it?
Okay.
No.
So what you do is use a crank here.
I pushed the handle into the demon's mouth.